Today we're taking a look at a 2014 Audi Q7, which is a full-size SUV with seating capacity for up to 7, first introduced for the 2007 model year and seeing an all-new second generation for the 2017 model year. The Q7 is a sibling to the Volkswagen Touareg and the Porsche Cayenne, with the three vehicles sharing similar platforms and powertrains. Within the trio, the Touareg is obviously kind of the entry-level option in terms of pricing. I'd say it's also the most off-road capable, and we've got the Cayenne as being the top-end luxury and performance model, the Q7 slotting in the middle as the mid-level option in terms of luxury. It's also kind of the most practical option, being the largest vehicle of the three, and it's also got that available third-row seat, which you can't get on the Touareg or the Cayenne. As far as styling goes, the Q7 is very similar to other Audi models from this era. Nothing too dramatic or crazy going on here. It's got a really nice, clean, conservative look, typical with other Audi models from this era. It's available in 3 different trim packages for this first generation. They've got the base premium model, this is the mid-level premium plus, and then it was also available in a top-end prestige package, and all 3 trim levels come standard with Audi's legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system. Starting up here on the front, you'll see it's got a really nice front end fascia. It did see a minor update here in later years of the first generation, and so with that we get the LED daytime running lights here around the outside of the fixture, and we've also got the LED strip down below here. Likewise, we've got our projector beam headlights, really nice large grille here, and you also see we've got parking sensors integrated into the grille and the bumper, as well as some fog lights hidden down below. On the side, you'll see it's got a really nice clean look here. Very simple design in terms of no dramatic creases or bulges or anything crazy going on here. It's just got a really nice simple look to it. Of course, it's got a very premium look as well. You see you've got the chrome wraparound on the window compartment. We've got some chrome accents on our door handles, a little bit of chrome down here on this lower strip, and we also get a nice set of 20-inch wheels. We do get a smart key with the vehicle, so you'll see got this little square here on each of the door handles. If we push in on that, it will either lock the doors or unlock them if the key is in our pocket, giving you easy access to the vehicle. You'll also see up top we've got a very large panoramic sunroof. We've got a large section for the front and middle row seats, and then there's a separate sunroof above the third row seats. Coming around to the back, really nice clean look here as well. You see we've got LED tail lights up above, reflectors and backup lights down below, some more of those parking sensors in the bumper, and then you'll see we've got the dual exhaust. So all around, a really nice looking vehicle. Again, nothing crazy going on here in terms of the overall design. It's got a very simple yet elegant design to it, similar to other Audi vehicles from this era, and it's a really attractive option within the luxury SUV segment. Looking inside the Q7, you'll see it's got a really nice interior design. It's very attractive, nice quality materials, good fit and finish. It does start to look a little bit dated by 2014, given that the vehicle was introduced in 2007. So other Audi models from this era have a much more modern look to them. But compared with other competition in the segment, I think that the Q7 still holds its own. It does come very heavily loaded. We've got power windows, power door locks, power heated mirrors, blind spot monitoring, memory settings for 2 drivers, electronic rear hatch, Bose premium audio system, leather seating surfaces throughout. Driver's seat is full power with lumbar support. Likewise, the front passenger seat is full power. Steering wheel is leather wrapped. Controls for some settings on the center LCD screen on the instrument cluster on the left hand side here, and then audio, Bluetooth, and navigation controls here on the right hand side. Go ahead and jump inside. You can see we can either start the vehicle with our key, or we've got push button start. So if the key's in the vehicle, you can use that to turn it on. And we've got the stop engine button right here. You see our instrument cluster's got a really nice look to it, classy design. Center dash here, we've got our infotainment screen, which duals as a backup camera and controls all the vehicle systems. So we've got this rotary knob here in the middle that you can twist to select. We've got 4 shortcuts here on the outside. We've got a back button, and we've got these 2 arrows to scroll between settings. And then on the outside, on either side, we've got some shortcuts. So navigation, vehicle info, telephone, menu, radio, media, tone, and car. This is our volume button over here, and we've got 12-volt outlets on either side here. If we go up to the main screen here, go ahead and push on that radio shortcut, and you'll see we've got all of our radio stations. In the four corners, we got presets, band, settings, and functions. So those four correspond with these four buttons if you want to go to any of those shortcuts. And then again, we've got shortcuts on the side. So for example, we can press on the media button here. That brings us to our other media options. We've got a CD player, Bluetooth connectivity, and an internal hard drive. So a lot of different options available. We've got car settings. We push on this button, brings up some of the vehicle settings, driver assist if you want to adjust that, AC, you can go through some of your servicing information. So everything is controlled through this vehicle infotainment system. Again, we've also got navigation, we've got Bluetooth connectivity for your phone to place calls over the vehicle audio system, import contacts. So a really great system all around. To the left of the infotainment screen, we've got a button on top for turning parking sensors on and off, and we've got some odometer functions here on the left hand side. We can turn the screen off with this button. We've got a valet mode, and then this button here actually opens our glove box here on the right. It's kind of interesting placement for that button. We've got a couple of vents here in the middle, our hazard lights. You can turn the traction control on and off. We've got our CD player, and we've got our climate control, which is a dual zone system for the driver and front passenger side. We've also got heated seats for driver and front passenger. In the middle here, we've got a nice center armrest with a built-in cup holder. Got a top compartment, and you can also open up the whole thing. We've got some storage down below. Self-dimming rear view mirror with a compass. Compartment here for sunglasses. And then we've got some reading lights here. We got controls for our sunroof, which as you can see is massive. Got a panoramic sunroof here for the front row and middle row. And we've got another sunroof in the back. So a lot of natural light coming into this cabin. The center row of the Q7 is plenty spacious in terms of leg, head, and shoulder room. We've got a ton of natural light with all those sunroofs up above. Our center seat back here folds down into an armrest, and it's got two built-in cup holders. Center console, we've got a couple of vents to bring heat and air to the rear, two 12-volt outlets, and climate control for these rear passengers. It is dual zone for the driver and passenger side, which is kind of cool. Also got a built-in cup holder and some storage space and an ashtray in case your kids need to smoke in the back. And then our seats do slide forward and backward. We've got a lever down below here, so that's really nice for increasing legroom here when the third row isn't in use, or increasing it for those third row passengers when that seat is in use. Got a lever here that can be used to recline the seat back and forward. We can also pull it all the way to drop the seat back down for using this area for cargo. And then if we want to pull it back up, pull on this lever. And then to access the third row, again, we can pull on this lever here. Seat back folds forward and the seat slides. And you'll see access to the third row is a little bit restricted, so you're gonna have to be pretty agile to get back there. And once you're back there, it's definitely on the tighter side, especially for a full-size SUV. We do get a cup holder on either side. And the seats are usable, even though that legroom is a little bit limited. And coming around back, we've got an electronic rear hatch. You see, when those third row seats are in use, this area is going to be a little bit tight, but we can pull on this strap here, this lever here, to drop down that seat back. Same thing on this side. You'll see with those down, cargo space is pretty good. And then to close the rear hatch, just push on this button up here. When the Q7 was first introduced, it was available with either a 3.6 liter 6-cylinder or a 4.2 liter 8-cylinder. For 2009, they added a new 3-liter 6-cylinder turbo diesel engine to the mix, and then for 2011, they dropped both of the original gas engines in lieu of this new 3-liter 6-cylinder supercharged engine, which is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and performance numbers vary a little bit depending on trim package. If you get the Premium or the Premium Plus, you're going to see 272 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. If you go with the Prestige, that's going to increase to 333 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 with this engine, you're looking at about 6 to 7 seconds and an EPA rating of 16 miles per gallon in the city and 22 miles per gallon on the highway. We'll go ahead and start out this test drive with a little acceleration test. Hear that supercharger. This is a slight grade we're on right now. That's 60 miles an hour, and that's without flooring it. This 3-liter supercharged 6-cylinder is an incredible engine. I speak from experience. I used to have a Audi Q5 with the exact same powertrain, and it was fun to drive. It's pretty impressive, just the level of performance that you're getting for an SUV. It's very quick, yet at the same time, it's very smooth. That 8-speed automatic is seamless in terms of its shifts. And then fuel economy is still pretty decent as well for a vehicle that's very heavy and very quick. The Q7 is a really comfortable vehicle to drive as well. It's incredibly quiet and smooth and comfortable. There's really nothing to complain about in that sense. It offers a really nice balance also of being comfortable yet at the same time sporty. So you don't really feel like the ride is too plush or too soft. It really strikes this perfect balance in the middle. And so when you want to drive a little bit more aggressively, this vehicle does that just fine. It's got great brake feel, great steering feel. Again, that 3-liter supercharged 6-cylinder offers more than enough power. And so it's a really fun vehicle to drive. It's also a very comfortable vehicle to drive. Audis don't have the best reputation for long-term reliability and durability. From a statistical standpoint, you're going to be better off with, say, an Acura MDX or a Lexus RX. Those vehicles have a better reputation for long-term reliability, but you're not going to get the same experience in those vehicles that you get in a vehicle like the Q7. From a refinement standpoint, from a quality materials, luxury, performance, this vehicle is leagues above its Japanese competition. Yeah, the downside is that it may be more expensive to maintain long term, but if you're going to get a luxury SUV, a vehicle like this is really offering that true luxury experience. And I do want to point out that that Q5 that I mentioned earlier, I own that up to 90,000 miles, and my wife and I had zero problems with it during the time that we owned it. So if you take good care of the vehicle, I think that Audis can be really reliable long term. The disclaimer to that is that, again, statistically, they're more likely to have problems, and when problems do arise, they're going to be incredibly expensive to fix. So all around, the Q7 is a really great vehicle to drive. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable, it's very powerful, it offers great handling. The Quattro all-wheel drive system is excellent in snow and ice, and you're getting pretty decent fuel economy as well. So that's a look at the first generation model of the Audi Q7, a really nice SUV all around. Very attractive design on the exterior. It's sporty, it's got a really premium look to it, and then inside it's got a great cabin. Really nice build quality, a great design, good level of luxury and tech options. It's a great vehicle to drive. It's comfortable, it's smooth, it's quiet, it's powerful. It's got excellent handling in all conditions, including snow and ice, and just a really nice SUV all around. Audi doesn't have the best reputation in terms of long-term reliability and durability, but it makes up for it in all these other categories. If you have any comments or questions on the Q7, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.